Okay, everyone, so we have now finished writing our Halloween stories. So what we need to do today is take our story and copy and paste it out of the Google Slide document and put it into just a regular Google Doc so we can format it and print it. So if you remember, what you need to do is you need to have this document open, the one that's attached to the assignment, and then you need to go back and you need to open the final Halloween story and find your story. Now your stories should be on slide 6 and 11 and 12, possibly just 11. Maybe you have an extra slide, maybe you have 3 slides, depending on how much you wrote. But what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that you're copying the text from here, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. Let's go back to this document. The first thing you need to do is click up here. It's already formatted, and I want you to change the title. So don't keep it as A Strange Old Woman Next Door. That's the title of my story. Underneath it, you're going to write your name and number if you know your number. So it's the title with your name and number underneath. Right here is just some text that you're going to end up deleting in a moment. It's just a placeholder for you to know that this is where you're going to copy and paste. All right, so let's go back to our document where our story is. So remember, you're copying your story, not my story. So I'm going to start here. And I want to do it this way, and I'll tell you why in a moment. So what you need to do is click inside the text box and then highlight everything inside. And let's say that you're kind of like, I don't know how to do that. I think you can do Control A or Command A, and you'll notice that it will highlight everything, except for it did pick up something right there. So I just want to go and make sure it just has the words. Now I'm going to go to Edit and copy, or maybe you do Control C or Command C, depending on your device. Now I have that copied. Let me go back to my Halloween story. Again, I'm going to delete this because I don't want that text. It's just a placeholder. And now I'm going to go edit. And this is really important. Don't just pick paste. Okay, we have to do paste without formatting. So remember, it's paste without formatting. If you do paste without formatting, you'll see that it puts it in between these two cursors here, or marks here. It keeps it like that. Let's say that I didn't do it like that. Let's say that I did edit and paste. You'll see that now it's going to bring the formatting from the Google Slide, which is not what we want to do, because if you remember, it's supposed to be on a 5x7 piece of paper. So again, it's edit and paste without formatting. And you'll see that it makes it smaller. It puts it into this font. Now you don't necessarily have to keep it in this particular font, but we do want to try to fit our whole story on one page, maybe even onto a second page, but not more than that. So you do want to shrink it down. All right, so I'm going to go back to my original Halloween story again. Remember, your story should be on slide 11 and 12. Mine is on 9 and 10. So I am going to, again, click inside the text box. I'm going to go over and I'm going to highlight. Oops, I didn't get my quotation mark. Highlight all of the words. And then I go back to Edit, Copy. And then I'm going to go back to my Halloween story document. This is this is actually a new paragraph. So I'm going to maybe put a space for now, and I can change the formatting. Oh, look, do you see what happened? Because I didn't do it the way I said to do it. Okay, so I have to get rid of that. I can always undo, and I'm going to do paste without formatting. And then you'll see it'll still do the same thing. Okay. I'm going to pull this up a little bit, and I'm going to tab it, and then I'm going to tab the first paragraph, and then I'm going to get rid of that extra space and tab it, and you'll see that it's going to go on to the second page, and that's fine. We can talk about that in a minute, but let's get the rest of our story. I'm going to go back to slide 10, where the rest of my story is. Click inside of the text box and make sure that I highlight everything, and then go to edit, copy, go back to my other document, and then do edit, paste without formatting, and then you'll see the only thing left that I need to do is pull this up, press tab, and mine actually went into 3 pages, and that's probably because I write a lot. Now, I probably don't want it to be more than 3 pages, and I know you're probably looking at this document like there's a lot of space there. There's actually not, because we're going to have to cut it so that it fits onto the project paper. So instead, maybe what I'll do is I can highlight everything that is on 12. So I'm going to highlight all of my words, and I'm going to make it 11. I'm going to change it to 11. And now my story fits onto 2 pages. I know it looks really small right here, but when it's printed out, it's not that small. It's not as small. Now, I don't want you changing your text to like size 8 or size 6 to try to make it fit. If yours has to go on to 3 pages, that is fine. We're going to cut it out and we'll staple it together and put it onto the project paper. All right, everyone, that is how you copy and paste your story. When you're done, you will submit it.